Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, All Things Jessica Marie, where we are going to be going over a full day of eating on a day off of work for me. So I am home and just able to kind of cook in the kitchen, make up some good things. So let's go ahead and get this started. You guys know I love my protein coffee, especially with the Nespresso pods. Oh my gosh, what a treat in the morning. It's like I have a little Starbucks barista line going on. And always, you guys know, pulling out my diesel protein. Right now they have the pumpkin spice mix. Oh my God, it is like to die for. All of my fall favorites. I grabbed 2 of those if you had seen when I did my little Spartan haul over on Instagram. So typically in the mornings, my days start with my ginger shots because I am obsessed with them. If you didn't see the last video 2 weeks ago, I had done an entire like how I make my ginger shots with the recipe from Pinterest, and it is so good. I don't find that they're too spicy or anything like that. They're just like a perfect foundation to start my morning. So we have been really obsessed with that. And then I am always having either a peanut butter and toast with jam or my gluten-free waffles, and I'll put some cinnamon and syrup on that. And then I'm also going in with my AG1 greens and my Gut Smart. I'm just filling that with water, and I like to at this time have it stacked to pop my vitamins in with that as well. Before school. Just getting back into the car after dropping Peanut off and finishing up my greens and my gut powder. So mornings always feel like they are a day in themselves, but that's okay. We had a really good morning this morning, which is always nice. But yeah, deep breaths, kind of rechecking in, and then yeah, I'm gonna go run some errands, and then I'm going to head back home, make some lunch, as you guys will all see, and then more errands, and then pick up some outlets. So then getting back home, we get right into making the lunch. So again, like typically I'm not always able to just make lunch or whatever, especially when I am doing a day at work. I drop the kids off and then head directly home for the majority of the week and just go right into working and then do my pickups, and then I will hit the gym usually at night with the kids. And then there are other mornings where I reserve the morning to do my gym workout and then come back home and grab something to eat and then work. But this is typically what I'm going to be making. It's like an egg scrambled with veggies, a little bit more of my protein. I freaking love prosciutto. So good. Such a tasty way to get some extra good fats and protein in there. Okay, so we've got our 2 eggs, the egg whites, tomatoes, onions, prosciutto, and the Daya feta block. Oh my goodness, you guys. Honestly, Ulysses said it best. He was like, the gluten-free stuff, like I can get used to, and there's like certain things that are good, but he has a really big dislike for the vegan cheeses. I am with him on that for a lot of the cheeses, but this Daya feta is so good. It is weird, like obviously the real feta block versus the plant-based feta cheese. But with the salt content that feta has, it was like, I feel like maybe it was easier to create that similarity. I feel like the texture is quite similar to what feta cheese is, like when you finally crumple it up. So tasty. Also, I am in love with prosciutto. Like, it is one of my favorite things. So this is an amazing meal. This is a day off for me from the salon. So on a day in the salon, a typical day would not consume most of my time trying to cook. So like a lot of more simple meals, I can even do something on that. I could definitely do this and plate this or put it in something ahead of time and just like pop it in the microwave, heat it up, whatever, and then consume that. But yeah, typically I feel like I'm using a lot of my protein powder in my coffees or my decaf coffees and popping that downstairs, usually like with a rice cake and peanut butter or something like that as well, or a fruit to pair, just making sure that I'm hitting all my macros, all the right numbers for me personally, and that's how I feel good. So anyways, we're going to consume this and then get some work done before I've got to go out and have a meeting today. So hydrate. Getting ready to go to a coffee date, but before I head out, I am going to make a shake just to get a little bit more protein in there. I think I'll probably grab like a tea or some sort of thing while I'm there, but I want to make sure that I'm getting all of this done. All my protein consumption, all those good things. Let's get this going so I can get there on the road. Guys, I am like totally in my mom era right now of two little minis, as you guys know. So for me, I feel like just the mental shift with my nutrition has really been a massive progress for me personally. Really striving to understand my hunger cues and make sure that I am just hitting, like I say, my macros that work for me. They might not be quote unquote like what you would consider healthy or what everyone is teaching to be like full balanced, lean meals, like all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes honestly, like I don't have much time. So it's just a quick grab and go of a protein shake or a bar, anything that is really going to just fill me up. So I'm really trying to just pair a quick protein, carb, and fat together to make sure that my body is still able to give me what I need out of it. So I'm just making sure that I'm fueling my body where necessary. Shakes have really been a good go-to for me as well. And again, like I said, this is a day off for me. So a day on work, standing on my feet, utilizing my hands kind of all day long. I don't have much opportunity to just grab a bite of a sandwich. I mean, like very unprofessional as well, as I am in the presence of somebody else as well. So I like to just drink something. So a quick sip of my protein coffee or a shake is awesome for me. And like today, usually when I'm running my errands and whatnot, I am needing something to grab and go. So I'm constantly fueling my body and not feeling like those hunger cues because I'm doing get very angry. Here we are at Joe and Egger's Cafe. What a freaking cute spot downtown. If you haven't been, you've got to go. I just grabbed a tea and I really enjoyed my chat with a girlfriend, catching up, and just futuristic planning together, which is totally my vibe in a friendship. Now we're just gonna be popping together what I call dinner boxes. My kids frickin' love these, and so do I, because in turn they actually eat what is in them. The whole idea behind this is I have them eating their dinners in the car en route from daycare and school to the gym to go and play in the little daycare room where I am able to go and get my workout in for an hour or so, and then we head back home. Look what came today. Chef's Plate has honestly been a godsend for all of those times that you just kind of lose track of the hours in a day and don't really know what to make. I do typically like to just pair a protein with a vegetable and then sometimes like a starch, whether that be, I'm not a huge pasta person, Ulysses is, so like I don't mind doing that every once in a while, but rice is typically our go-to, and honestly sometimes we just completely forego that and really bulk up on the veggies. But I thought it'd be so fun to do some Chef's Plate tonight with you all, especially since it had come in. They are so easy. I friggin' love that it's like a 30-minute thing. And you know what? It actually gives me a lot of creative ideas. Sub in different meats and proteins and all that good stuff for like different parts of my cycle. I picked this beef and orzo dish because orzo has been like one of my favorite grains, and I've like been introduced to it from Chef's Plate. So thank you, Chef's Plate. Huge shout out. I am loving the orzo. I've also kind of been loving the gluten-free vibes. Orzo is not, but I did find online that I can pick up a gluten-free orzo, so I do want to try that. But for any of my gluten-free people out there, you guys know how expensive everything is. So I mean, I don't want to go all in and just purchase a whole crap ton of gluten-free things and then just like get so overwhelmed, maybe not use them, maybe not like them, or kind of not be able to keep track of what my favorite ones are. But yeah, I feel like one bit each day. Okay, so I forgot that Chef's Plate will be coming today, which is so exciting because we get to do something different, but I was going to just reheat my dinner from last night, which is a piece of salmon, some veggies. I was gonna add a little bit more sauteed veggies to that and a little bit more of that Daya feta crumble, which is so freaking good too. So I like utilizing my leftovers and whatnot, but Chef's Plate is just such an easy thing, and I just thought it'd be fun to cook all together. So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna go over trying to input the Chef's Plate into my FitnessPal, which is, I hope, generally pretty easy. I don't typically do it, but I wanted to make sure that I was counting. Typically what I will do in my day is track, or I guess I know so well what I eat in the morning that I just kind of leave my dinners up to like whatever I end up having. It is what it is. But we are, just for the video's sake, going to be inputting all of this stuff. We get the 2 portions, which is actually insane because there's still so much soup left over. But I'm going to go ahead and pop all of this in. I decided to make everything early. Typically what I would do, go and pick up my daughter from school first, and then we'll come home, kind of decompress her day, chat about all those good things, really forming that connection, allowing her to calm down while we make dinner for the family as well as the kids' dinner boxes. As you have seen, I've already put all of those together just to try and capture everything within my time frame of a day without capturing my littles on screen as well. This is also when I'll be grabbing my stuff to get ready for the gym for myself, making my pre-workout and creatine post-workout. Right now, I've really been into, especially for my evening workouts, using the High Volume by P Science. It is caffeine-free, stimulant-free, all of those good things that you are not feeling super awake and on like a huge adrenaline high or anything like that after your workout. It's really great, I find personally, for my own body, to just give me the jolt that I need after a long busy day, getting right into that workout, pumping up, and then being able to completely decompress after as well. I'm also taking creatine. I just grabbed the Allmax brand. I don't really have a preference. I just enjoy taking this after my workout to have all those building blocks. It helps prevent injury, reduces the frequency of dehydration, muscle cramps. One thing that they have also found in studies that is a negative, but I will explain to you what I supplement with to counteract that. They have found that it can reduce sleep depth and duration. So to counteract that, I like to pop in some magnesium at the end of the day. I forgot to put that on video, so I just figured I would pop that in now, especially since we're doing a little note on creatine. But personally, I like to take it after my workout, just so that it can be the beginning of the process to heal the muscles that I had just broken down in the gym. I like to pop in a little flavor to it because it's my post-drink. Ulysses likes to pop it into his pre-workout, but like I said, I like to really take it afterwards. So this gives me a little bit more water intake and still tastes good. And I get to feel like a kid with my little Kool-Aid splash in there. And kind of last but not least, finishing off the day, making my decaf protein coffee with a Tim's Keurig cup. One little note on brewing it from the Keurig is that I have found if I'm popping it right into my Aerochino, I need to put a little bit, about like a 1/4 cup of the silk almond milk or like anything of a cooler substance in there so that it doesn't get too hot with just the coffee poured, as I find that then it just like tends to cook the protein and makes it just like that curdle gross, not appetizing, not fun to digest. And then of course a little bit of rice cakes and peanut butter, so freaking good, and why not top with some chocolate chips. pretty much the last meal of the day with my protein, decaf coffee, and then my rice cakes. I made Ulysses some too. It's kind of a tradition for us to do that. I think you guys know that, but like some days we skip it. Some days we're just like not feeling it. Some days we're already upstairs and too tired. That happened last night. Okay guys, and that is it. Thank you so much for coming along with me on a full day of eating. It was so fun to make. I love the structure and foundations set in my day. I think the biggest key tip that I could give you to continue on a success and consistency of progress is to find things that you enjoy eating in your day, and then I feel like it's not that difficult to want to eat it all the time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and I will see you here in next week's video. Love you guys. Mwah.